Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristlyn if you're new here, and this video is a gardening video. I actually originally recorded a whole video about how I planted our star jasmine trellis in our backyard up against our shed, and the audio didn't capture, which was kind of sad. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna show clips of that and do a voiceover. In hindsight, it was pretty hard, but I do think that it's kind of a hard work but high reward project. So it's really pretty. I'm gonna show an update of that, and then I'm gonna show around our little backyard. I'm watching a butterfly. I'm gonna show around our little backyard patio area, and then I might do a little garden craft. Originally, we were wondering if we could do the star jasmine on this wall because it would have looked really beautiful, but as you can see, there is just sidewalk, so there would have been nowhere to plant it. Same issue with this wall. I think it would have been so pretty and just really filled in this wall, but just couldn't do it. So we decided to plant our star jasmine against our shed. This is a project that I had on our to-do list for so long. I was so excited to finally plant our star jasmine, and so here are the tools that we use. So we use these ferrules, I don't know if I just said that right, and this galvanized wire, and then we also had these screw eyes to help screw into the shed. I will say that this project was a lot. This is Dylan very naive to what he was in for. This was a very classic scenario of wife has a fun project and then husband has to execute it, and it's really hard. He was out here doing math problems, trying to make sure that it would be uniform and look correct, and let's just say it was a labor of love, and Millie was just here for the ride. Once we mapped it out on paper, we wanted to map it out on the shed again before we started screwing holes. We wanted to make sure we were doing it right, so we used some blue painter's tape to just get an idea of what it was going to look like. At this point, we realized we kind of over taped it, so we had to take off a little bit of the edging to get a better idea of where it would cut at. So you can see that here. I was trying to make myself useful as Dylan got increasingly frustrated with it not lining up properly. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the problem was, so I started to unwrap the star jasmine and at least get it ready to get planted, and it went a little downhill at this point. I'm gonna have to have Dylan record at the end of this some tips and tricks that he learned along the way in case you want to do this yourself, because I feel like there was a little bit of a learning curve based off of what we're doing. As you can see, he made this contraption. I really don't know what this was for or if it was all that helpful, but I'm proud of him for coming up with it. And then we started actually attaching the wire, which was exciting because after hours we were finally watching it come together. Dylan had to finish this up the next day because our friends ended up coming over, and we were just spent at that point. Dylan had really put in a lot of mental and physical work into it, so it was a little bit easier the second day to get everything wrapped up for him. And then I was finally able to hop in and get the star jasmine planted. So there was a lot of grunt work up front to get the trellis set up, but I was so excited to finally put in the star jasmine and to start to have it grow, because I know it's going to take a little while to really fill in the shed. So I wanted to get it planted as soon as possible, especially because it does typically bloom this time of year in the springtime. As I said, this project was really a labor of love, but I think it will be so worth it because of the character it adds to our shed. This is just with them planted, but it kind of gives an idea of what it's gonna look like, and I think it's just gonna be so beautiful in the corner and dress up our shed with the plants vining up it. And here's the current status. She has started climbing ever so slightly, and I'm just trying to train her up. This is my little flower planter, and I think it's so cute. I planted it, I think it was 2 weekends ago, so it's going strong. I wasn't sure because a lot of these plants said that they needed full sun, but the Florida sun is no joke and is known to scorch. So I was like, you know what, they get some nice morning sun in here and not the harsh afternoon sun. We'll see how they do, and if I have to move the planter, I have to move the planter. But so far, so good. Everyone here looks really happy, and it brings so much life to our back patio. I'll show some more clips of what it looks like. It's under our TV, so it's kind of just like a focal point. I don't know if this monstera is as much gardening, but it is a nice plant that we have outside. It was originally an indoor plant, and then it was just growing so big that it kind of became a hassle to take out here and water. So we decided she's just gonna live outside, and she has done so well. The only thing is that she started to lean, so we just put in this moss stick that hopefully is gonna help prop her up a little bit more. But overall, she's doing very well, and she has a little bit of new growth coming in here. And then we have our nice little aloe vera plant, just in case any sunburns happen. All right, and then we have our herb garden, which, you know, I had to replace a few that did not do well in the winter time, but I have this basil, which smells so good. It kind of makes me want to have a homemade pizza tonight. But this is one that needed to get replaced, unfortunately, so that's the new one. And then our parsley made a comeback. It's a period in like the fall to winter where it got cold, and then I wasn't watering them, and we're just not going to talk about it. So I did get some thyme to replace our thyme. And then, you know, I think that this oregano could maybe make a comeback, but I don't know. So I did get this other oregano. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna repot those, and then I'm going to make herb markers. They're little clay herb markers. I got some stuff from Amazon, which I can link below, but I feel like it'll be a small but easy craft, and it'll just kind of add some character to our herb garden. So here are supplies. We have this little letterbox set that I got from Amazon, and then this clay that I got from Amazon, and then we're going to be using some parchment paper as well.
Millie, come here.
They turned out so good. I don't know if you can see, but they really turned out adorable. And I kind of like that they look a little bit imperfect. And it took me 30 minutes, and I got the stuff right off of Amazon. So definitely recommend. I don't know if it needs a little bit more time because it's kind of fresh out of the oven. So cute. I maybe made them a little bit big, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm real happy with how this craft turned out, and if anything, it was fun. Alright, well, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this inspired you or was just fun to watch. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next videos. Bye!